filler can leak out of the sides. It's quite scary. It's like they need fixing because I'm worried.
Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel and welcome to another episode of Botched, girls.
Time for a brow lift.
Oh, I do have complex feelings towards the swan, but my goodness, I sort of miss the drama in the most obscene way possible. Is that possible? Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it today, my lovelies. My goodness me. Imagine telling someone, deal with it.
Oh, scandalous.
So, it has been about a month since my last one of these, and the last one had a very interesting deal with copyright, which was annoying, and it doesn't usually happen on these botched ones. So here's hoping that today is not the same, my lovelies. But today is episode 5 of season 2, all the way back from 2014. Might have been early 2015? I really struggle to believe that 2015 is 10 years ago because I can remember it crystal clear. Clear as day, girls. It was the year that I started university.
Old.
Well, my lovelies, make sure you're sitting comfortably. Grab yourself a beverage. Today it's pink energy for mummy. Pop your little ochinger right into your botched hole and let's watch Botched, girly wigs.
Oh!
I want to be sexy.
I want to be sexy. I want to have gold. I want to get gas.
Makes me beautiful.
Oh, I would quite like to have a billboard one day. Could you imagine just me being like, come along now, girly wigs, on a billboard?
My name is Jana,
Silly.
and I'm from
Hello,
Southern
Jana.
California.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about this. Jana, hello. Are you aware that your slogan, is this the word? Slogan? I don't know, sub-intro says boob butt?
I can't wait to die. Honestly, I cannot wait to die.
It's just going to be one of those videos today, isn't it, girly wigs?
My name is Jana, and I'm from Southern California, and my butt is raw.
So cold.
You know, my butt is flop around everywhere.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think... How did this happen? Whomst have been breast implant the booty?
Flop around everywhere.
So... Yes, the thing about boob implants is that they're actually quite like jiggly and soft, at least if you get that kind of type anyway. Mine are. No, please don't demonetize me, YouTube. I've got to pay rent.
I grew up in Garden Grove. My mom was a single mom, and she had 4 kids. So
Garden
my
Grove.
grandmother helped to raise me.
Sorry, but that is the most 90s photo I have ever seen. Look, the film grain, the colour cast, the light turquoise ski jacket. What date is it, actually? Just 1990. 21st to the 4th. 1990. It's 35 years ago, girly wigs. Vomit.
Helped to raise.
I've just realised, girly wigs. Just realised. 35 years earlier from 1990 was 1955.
I am shocked and disgusted that this is happening.
What I'm doing right now is the same as a person in 1990 looking at a photo from 1955. I don't know what to do with this information.
So my grandmother helped to raise me.
Oh, that's Granny.
My family is my life. My daughters are ages 15 and 9. I had my
Right,
oldest
so they will
daughter
be
when I
adults
was
by now.
16 and in high school. So we kind of have a sisterly relationship, but there's still that boundary of mother and daughter, and we get along great.
Okay.
Being in the modeling industry,
Okay.
it's very competitive.
I do always get a little bit alarmed when people are like, oh, my child is just like my brother or sister. I'm a little bit like, this is not setting a parental role.
Being in the modeling industry, it's very competitive.
America's
They
Next
always
Top
want
Pay.
you to be thinner or, thicker in certain areas.
Younger,
so I
thinner,
decided to
less
alter
corporeal.
my body. I had my breast augmentation done, and that was successful. And
Right,
I
so
got
she
a lot
was-
more work. So
She's a
in my mind, I
glamour
thought,
lady, I'm guessing.
a new implant in my butt. It's gonna look great. So
Right.
I went to my original breast doctor to see about doing the butt augmentation through him. However, he wanted to charge me a lot more money, and I'm not talking like just a couple grand. I'm talking like $5,000 savings. So I just
Is that not a normal price? Like, I'm not getting like shakingly expensive cost, $5,000 for butt implants. I feel like butt implants have always cost more than breast implants, no? And there's a lot more complication involved, so I don't...
I'm going to cream.
Am I wrong in saying that? When would that have been? That must have been 2005, right? $5,000 for butt implants in 2005? Is that an obscene suggestion?
I just don't know anymore.
Talking about obscene suggestions, my lovelies, are you ready for a top comment from the last episode of Botched Girls? And that is by Liberty1425. And they say, to the Americans trying to understand the size of a 2000cc implant, that is the exact same volume as a 2-litre bottle of soda. Yes, isn't that a lot? Isn't that a lot? 1 cubic centilitre is the same as saying 1 milliliter. So yes, 2,000 cubic centilitres are in fact 2,000 millilitres of liquid. Imagine having like a 2-litre bottle of something here, and then another one here, and then expecting your back to be perfectly fine.
So I decided to go out of the country to Tijuana.
Right, okay,
myself.
so...
I was gonna not really run it by anybody, so I took the train out there and crossed the border on foot. I thought I did my research. I went to visit the doctor.
I must not know where Tijuana is. Let me just... to the Google Maps. Gosh, how do you spell Tijuana? Is it T-I-J? Oh, okay, it's like right on the border. Right at the border. You can even just like pop along for a day out. I see. Okay, right. So for some reason, when people say I'm going to Tijuana, I always feel like it's really like... not Middle America, but like Southern America for some reason. My geography, girls, leaves a lot to be desired.
I thought I did my research. I went to visit the doctor at that office, and the office looked like a legitimate plastic surgery office like they do in Newport Beach.
Okay.
So I thought I was in safe hands.
Right.
Things started going south the day of my surgery.
South, just like how you traveled for surgery, go!
I was supposed to do 500 cc's, and he gave me 650. Well, it turns out that they don't make butt implants in cc's. So that's when I kind of thought maybe I'm not getting a butt implant.
So what made you decide
and you
to
still
get
went ahead with it?
again?
I mean, I'm going through pain now, you know, considering.
I don't understand people that only go for one consultation when it comes to a surgery or a procedure that's like cosmetic. I'm of the opinion that like shop around, shop about, see what people are offering, see what people are doing, you know, see what your other options are. Do at least 3 so that you can really be like, well, this person made me feel this way, this one made me feel this way, this one is no. Like, remember that you are going in for a potentially life-changing operation here. A little bit of research is a good option, girly wig. Not to victim blame, not to victim blame.
I mean, I'm going through pain now, you know, considering that these are incorrectly done. Dear. You know, not only do I want to look great, I want to feel great.
Yeah,
oh, is she the lady from the 90s?
What does
yes,
it look
I do
like?
think...
It's
It's very strange because actually she has a lovely shape for breasts, like very natural kind of voluminous shape. It's just a shame they're in the butt and not upon the décolletage.
What does it look like?
2 dropped eggs. Lovely. Thank you, Nanny.
The botched
Thank
surgery
you.
has
Bye.
affected my life tremendously. It's embarrassing, not just for me, but for my family.
Is it comfortable to sit on a butt implant?
Yeah, it is.
I gotta...
Like, it's not comfortable to lay on my front when I'm sleeping.
The last time didn't go so well.
I know.
Right.
Waking up on the table wasn't so exciting. During the surgery, I woke up and I looked back and I saw a guy with a stick shoving something in my cheeks, and I was like, oh, it's my butt implant, yay. And I told him he was doing a good job, tried to give him a thumbs up, and the next thing I know, I was back out.
Oh my God.
But I was excited because it looks good.
Waking up during surgery is a fear of mine. I'm sure for most people out there, the idea of waking up during a surgery is also a fear for them.
You don't know me.
Welcome to my community.
Operator! Operator! Get me the sheriff!
But I was excited because it looked good at the time because I was probably all doped up off drugs. I just looked literally over my shoulder like, oh yeah, good job.
How can you laugh?
Could it be a hallucination or is that really real?
Because nervousness makes you laugh.
You know, all you can really do is laugh at this point at my stupidity. My family knows I don't make the best choices, but I'm the type of person that has to kind of fall to get back up and learn on my own. You know, they've always been there to support.
Yeah, okay, I understand. You know, you have to make your own mistakes in life. Breast implants in the butt, you know, I guess does fall under that in some way or another.
You know, they've always been there to support me even when I was wrong, and this situation is a situation where I was wrong. And I'll be meeting with the doctor this week, so...
Do we get to meet him?
I'm probably gonna have Maria take me.
We should probably take you so that we can meet the doctor. I just want to make sure that he's a good doctor and it's a safe procedure.
My family feels really concerned for me because I didn't tell them I was getting the surgery. I just did it and then told them after. So, you know, they are concerned that maybe I might tell the doctor, make it jumbo size, bigger than what it is now. And sorry that I let you guys down by, you know, doing this impulsively, but we're gonna rectify the situation.
Oh, well, I'm worried about you.
Yes, quite.
I'm definitely looking to put this behind me, literally, for me and my family.
A derriere. Right, okay, giggly lady in for surgery.
Hello, my name's Jordan, and I'm from England, and I am addicted to lip filler.
I cannot believe we're seeing this person right now. This is absolutely bonkers. If you do not know this person, they're currently in like a huge whirlwind media storm in the UK because someone died in their salon under their care. And this is a prime example of just how dangerous non-surgical BBLs can be. In fact, even surgical BBLs can be dangerous. But let me read you a story. My goodness, I did not expect to be... Okay, right. Everybody put your journalism hat on. So this is an article from OK Magazine, and it states, TV star who calls himself the Lip King arrested over a mum of five's death after a BBL procedure. Parke, 34, who describes himself on social media as the plastic surgery advocate, has no known medical qualifications and offers cosmetic procedures from various premises across the UK. He's a Kim Kardashian fanatic that has reportedly spent more than £130,000 on cosmetic surgery. That is roughly about $200,000 to $250,000. Previously appearing on This Morning, Botched. Now, this person has been released and bailed, but they are potentially facing manslaughter charges for the tragic loss of life under their care, which is shocking. In fact, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this case in particular in the UK shakes up the industry and the industry becomes a lot more medically regulated as a result of that. My goodness me. Okay, let's watch, shall we? I don't know how to feel now, girlie. It's kind of changed the mood in the studio. Right, Jordan, filler addict.
I am addicted to lip filler. I've had filler in my chin, both lips, both cheeks, smile lines, on my forehead, and I've had Botox here.
I mean, I've had exactly the same procedures done, but I have not gone to an extreme with it. My end goal has always tried to be harmony with my natural features. Not that I'm calling my nose natural, because she's artificial, girl.
Yeah, I can't really move. Can't really move my face.
Good Botox doesn't mean you can't move.
I was brought up in Birmingham by
Birmingham.
my mum and my nan. I loved my upbringing. I used to have such fun. My mum bought me like dolls, and if I wanted it, she'd buy it for me.
Okay, very supportive
I
family.
started playing around with makeup when I was 4 or 5 years old. You know, I used to go in my mum's bag and I'd be like trying out a concealer. And then before I knew it, I looked like a drag queen. And then I was going to school with like a full face of makeup on.
Oh,
my family are
unrelatable.
very supportive. They just let me wear the makeup, and the more I used, the more they bought.
Okay, there is something to be said, my lovely, something to be said. I feel like balance needs to happen in everything in life. You can have as many modifications as you want. You can look however you want, get as much plastic surgery as you want, as long as you're not actively reducing your quality of life. And I feel like having so much lip filler that you can no longer enunciate correctly, and also perhaps even eat or drink as one would expect, at what point does it go beyond supportive and into the realm of enabling? That is the question for today, my lovelies. You have 15 minutes to write down your answers. Please email them to me where they will be promptly deleted. Oh, gotta laugh, girly wigs, or I'll just cry.
At school, I used to hang around with all the popular girls. So
Right, yeah.
none of the guys would ever say anything because obviously they all wanted to sleep with my friends. So when I got my first procedure, I was 19. I got my eyebrows tattooed on. I had to get them tattooed on a regular basis, you know, to keep up with it. I was 21 when I got my lips done. I went in there and I was like, you know, you need to make me look
so much
natural.
filler.
I want just a little bit of definition. And they just got bigger and bigger. And I sort of got addicted to the lip filler. And then I was shopping with a friend and a guy turned around and said to his friend, oh my God, they're blowjob lips. And I was just like, oh my God. But I kind of love that.
Okay, so it's a fetish thing. Okay, do you know what? It is completely deranged, but also fetishes and sexy things make people behave deranged. Do you know? It's just a fact. No excuse for it. It's just happening, you know? I happen to quite enjoy large, defined lips. I just think there's a balance, you know? Am I insane? Am I going crazy, girls? I do just think that this is problematic.
Oh my God.
Because no reputable surgeon will be doing this.
Good attention, whether
this could be a DIY situation.
You're still thinking about me. And it was more attention from guys, so yeah, I love that too. After all this,
you can be more than just a hole for people, though.
More and more. I used to go to the doctor and I'd get 1 mil, then it was 2 mil, and then it just got to the point where I found a doctor and I was just like, you know what? Just give me it all. Sometimes
I just struggle to think an actual doctor would be doing this. I feel like a cosmeticist, aesthetics person. I also struggle to think that it might be like high quality product, because high quality product is expensive. And when you start getting 3, 4, 5 mil of high quality product, you're looking at thousands of pounds. And I highly doubt people using this quality of product would be willing for an outcome like this, because this would actively turn away business, not entice it. Lots of questions in the studio today, my lovelies.
Just give me it all. Sometimes, like, filler can leak out of the sides. It's quite scary. It's like they need fixing, because I'm worried that if they keep leaking, I'm going to end up with small lips again, and that wouldn't be me. Like, I just think, like, my lips has really changed me as a person. And
sometimes we have to ask ourselves, though, are we changing into a person who is good? Like, I'm all for changing and growing as a person, but you also have to have a direction that you're growing into that you are hyper aware of. Like, self-awareness is a prized possession within my life, and also within my friends and family's lives. You can be a bit silly, wacky carols at it again, girls, but like, self-awareness will keep you alive. I just struggle to believe that a professional, well-rounded doctor would be willing to inject filler into a place where filler is leaking out still. Now, I might be completely off kilter here, but I was of the opinion that, like, as filler is in your body, it does not fully remain in liquid, but kind of becomes a, I'm going to say the word colloid here, but I don't think that's correct at all, because I think there needs to be a metal involved in that. Coagulates? No, that's not the word either. You know what I mean? It gets, like, thicker. A jam to a jelly. Does that make sense? Oh.
I'd be, like, so normal and boring without them. That's the look you want to go for. Good luck with that. But I would not like to walk into a room and people, like, not notice me. Whereas my lips walk into
I mean, the people are noticing you, Jordan. The people, they notice.
Whereas my lips walk into the room and people are just like, oh my God, I want to get to know him. I hope the doctors can, like, really help me, just stop them from leaking.
So you need a plug, a bung for your leaky lips. A bung.
Let me ask you a question.
Bung.
Are you more of a face guy or a body guy?
Are you more of a top or a bottom?
Guy. Do you like big butts?
No, I like bubble butts.
Like you, I like big butts. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean, like me? I didn't say I like big butts. I didn't say that.
Listen to the radio.
Yes, I heard the song. Yes. Oh my God, Terry, look at that butt.
No.
Great day, Dr. Nessa. Dr. Dubrow, here's Jana.
I love this little lady who's the receptionist lady. She seems so caring and genuine.
Nice to meet you.
Who do we have here?
Hi.
Hello, we're here to
And I'm her mom, Vicky.
Oh,
understand the button
Nice to meet you. Have a seat, please.
Yeah.
We've been reviewing your records and looked at some of your pictures, and there's some things we can't really figure out because this is not necessarily what the typical buttock augmentation looks like. Could you tell us about where you did it, what happened, and so on?
I went into Mexico and had the procedure done.
Where in Mexico?
Tijuana.
Tijuana. You decided to go to Tijuana for your plastic.
I swear Tijuana must be a slur for these doctors, because the amount of patients that we see going on Botched that say they've gone to Tijuana and had bad surgery.
Of course, it happened in Tijuana. Don't go out of the country for surgery.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. because it is fundamentally very Americana to believe that your country is the best in the world at everything. There are actually very, very, very capable surgeons across the planet in multiple different places across the world. I myself travelled to Spain to have my FFS done with Facial Team because Facial Team were the best option for me. It's the same thing that on this channel I have said don't fly to Turkey for cheap surgery. And I will maintain my idea for that, because if you're just travelling to save money, you don't have the right attitude towards the level of surgery that you're getting, I don't think. You need to weigh up your pros and cons and also get to know your surgeons a little bit, get to know the work they've done, and not just from the people that they have as ambassadors for their surgical clinic. Unfortunately, we're at a time in history now where we have to do our own research with absolutely everything that we buy, because, you know, it's impossible under the guise of capitalism where everyone is the best surgeon ever or the best product ever to actually make an informed decision just from the information that they're telling you. It's be like community aware of what you're getting, and with surgery, these plastic surgeons should be cultivating a community aspect between their patients, because word of mouth is still the absolute best advertising method.
I had a nice butt before.
You did?
I did.
I'm sure you did. You just wanted a bigger one.
I wanted a hip-hop girl video butt because I was doing modeling, and that was my competition.
Okay.
To do a butt augmentation out here, you're looking between 10 to 15,000. And in Mexico, you're gonna spend between 3 to maybe 4,500.
So what happened?
The doctor said that he could do fat grafting on me, but I would have to gain some weight. When I got there the day of the surgery, I didn't have any fat to graft. And I already had saved, my money and paid the doctor. So he said, okay, well, the next option is butt implant.
Right.
So he sent a courier service to go pick me up some. They were bigger than what was supposed to be put in. He said he was putting in 650 cc's.
Wait. 650 cc's? cc's? That's when we do breast implants.
Oh, look. Revealed yourself.
Go down to Mexico for a butt implant and get breast implants in your butt.
That is obscene.
Good thing she didn't go down for a chin implant.
That's a new one.
I mean, I'm not sure about that. Oh, God, girl, coming up, piss!
I've got a bucket of piss, sweetie.
Wait. Did they put breast implants
Stop
in
the
your butt?
records. What? So. You're on my show telling me you've got a problem and I've never heard of it before?
So what happened after your surgery?
When she came home after surgery, she got a real bad infection.
Oh, you did?
I had a whole leaking fluid, a lot of fluid.
We don't want a leaky whole fluid.
Worry about
leaky.
with buttock operations is it's not the cleanest area in the body.
Well,
going down to Mexico would just
also,
increase that and make it worse.
Sit.
What are you looking
sitting.
to do?
Do we not like sitting down anymore? Do people not enjoy sitting?
I'm honestly looking to be healthy and safe.
Looking to be healthy.
Whatever you guys feel is gonna look its best. My trust is with you guys. So.
Oh, well, I wonder what they're going to do here.
Testicles. It looks like testicles. Swollen.
It looks like swollen testicles. Well, there you go. Thank you, Nanny.
My grandma just said my butt looked like
Bye.
which it's not the kind of comparison I want to hear after spending $4,000 almost on a surgery.
No, you don't want to spend $4,000 for your butt testicles.
Well, I've always had a nice one, so...
He's back on the market.
You're a cutie.
Are you married?
I'm married, but he's recently single.
Oh,
Right, okay.
And we were just talking about it. He's a butt man, and you have a nice butt.
Oh,
He's a bum boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's funny how butt man and bum boy mean two very different things, don't they?
Your dogs are gay.
Lesing off, love it, love everything about it, yeah.
Love it, everything about it, lesing off.
I was hoping my
This family has
grandma
lovely
would
hair.
maybe try to hook me up with a single doctor, but apparently she has her own agenda.
I'm sensing a connection
Very
here.
intense
You remind me
eyebrows.
of a movie star, though. Was you ever a movie star?
Yeah, Young Frankenstein.
Mom!
Tony Shalhoub.
Shalhoub.
Yeah, no.
He's Lebanese.
He's like an old version.
I thought I was a lot
of
better looking than him.
Well, I've never seen him in person, but you sure look like him.
Grandma thought Paul looked a lot like Tony Shalhoub, and I think that's generous.
Tony Shalhoub, who is that? Where do we find Tony Shalhoub? I don't really see it, but you know what? No.
I think, Tony Shalhoub's kind of a handsome guy. Paul, not so much.
This,
Let's have a look at what's really
jovialness
going on,
is so
okay?
silly.
That's good.
Right, okay,
So hold this
immediately
right there.
reveal the buttock.
I'm just going to shake you a little bit. I just want to see how loose it is. Right, shake it.
Don't say. I'm just gonna shake you so I can see how loose it is.
That bitch is giving me gout.
Well, apparently we are, so here we go.
So it is really loose.
You can tell they're
butt
breast implants.
are so big that when she twerks, her buttock implants twerk independently of herself. I mean, they're like, they have their own zip code.
You know, I mean, what? Can I ask you a question?
Look at this. Then we do this one.
This is getting a bit too adult.
I mean, it's interesting that she can control each one individually.
I'm very serious in front of my patients, so a lot of it stuff for me is inappropriate. For me, that is. Terry loves it all.
Yes, I think that this is a bit inappropriate.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, it almost feels like it's under the muscle, though.
Does he think this is a 650cc implant?
This is a 650.
That's like a double D implant.
I have a great idea for you. If you already have the pocket open and you've taken these things out, put a small, real butt implant in.
Then we're going to get into a flipped implant situation. That's exactly what happened to that woman from Vegas that we had.
This is my implant.
Oh my goodness!
You have a big mass right here, huh?
Oh, it was a butt throwback. Do you remember her?
I need my body to still hold its curve. My looks is what gets me paid.
Knowing that this is going to droop, you probably are going to need a buttock lift. How do you feel about a scar that probably removes most or all of your tattoo?
I feel great about that. I don't like this tattoo anyway, so you can just go ahead and take that puppy right out.
Great.
All right, well, I think we have a plan.
It's been a big obstacle in my life.
This sounds like a really big, serious surgical operation that's going to have big, major scarring in an area that's so sensitive. I don't know how I feel about this one, Girly Wigs. I'm having a lot of emotions in today's video. Do you know what, girls? Come along now, Girly Wigs. My little baby is asleep. You have to see him. Look, here we are on the Fujifilm.
Ah, my little papa boy. Yes. Ah, little papash. You really are sleepy, snoozy on your little bed. Ah, biscuit.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought he wasn't breathing for a moment. Absolute shock. And if you want to see more biscuit content, subscribe to Luxeria Labs, where I use this to film biscuit, essentially. Don't you just love technology? Not on the Fuji X-H2!
I am so relieved that somebody's willing to operate on my ass.
Right, so did you have a buttock like this once?
Oh my God, it was fantastic.
Really?
But then I quit smoking and oh, what the hell.
Are we going to get a little shaky from you a little bit here?
Oh, hell
my goodness, no, don't get Granny to twerk.
Show him, Grandma. That's where I got it from.
You see Terry go like this to me. He's looking at me to see what kind of rise I'm getting. That's what he's doing. He knows me, I'm going to get uncomfortable with it, and yes, I was. Oh, that's where we go. Listen, it's a
What are we watching? What is this TV show? What is this? What's happening? Where? When? How? Why? Whomst?
Oh, that's where we go.
So deeply
What we're going to do is we're going to obviously...
I have nowhere to use.
So right now, you have a plan right now?
My name is Guillermo Big Cassie Line. Some may call what I have man boobs, but they wouldn't say it to my face.
Oh, well, perhaps a little bit of gynecomastia, yes. This man's voice is very... What's the word people use? Is it buttery? I feel like buttery is a bit too oily. Like caramel. Sweet, but a bit like... thick. Like a thick voice.
Man boobs, but they wouldn't say it to my face.
He also sounds a little bit like...
46 years of age, and I'm from
like
Los
a TV
Angeles,
gangster.
California. For 14 years, I was in the biggest rap group ever.
That would be why.
Thugs, part of Bone Thugs and Harmony Crew.
Bone
From 98 to
and Harmony
2006,
Crew. I know,
just toured straight with
I
them.
do not.
I got to see the world, and I learned my craft.
That'll be
I
why
had a
his
body
voice
that
is
I
very
wanted.
popular.
And there were girls waiting for me to take my shirt off, and I'm gonna take that shirt off. Take it, I'm gonna rip it off. And now I'm a guy that won't even wear a fitted tank top.
Interesting.
Growing up in the Crenshaw area in Los Angeles, you were either the prey or you were the beast.
So,
and being a very little kid, I never wanted to be the prey. I was always angry. My mother was a heroin addict.
Oh,
and it was like I would cringe at the thought of putting a needle in my arm, but I had no problem popping it in my butt. In turn around and start doing steroids. I was so obsessed of never being that skinny kid again. It gave me such a sense of power, but it was not something I should have ever touched.
Okay, right, okay. Steroid use. We've covered this a few times in Botched, strangely enough. On all sides of the sex spectrum, apparently. So, steroid use. Steroid use is one of those things that a lot of bodybuilders in the US now talk quite openly about, but back then, 10 years ago and before, people were very secretive about it, and finding out information to take steroids would have been even harder because it would just have been your, like, bros at the gym. Now, you know me, girly wigs. I'm a fan of Mr. Olympia.
Oh, wow. Isn't there egg on my tits?
I do like my juice queens.
I'm going to cream.
And of course, the reality is you can tell people not to do things until you are blue in the wig. Unfortunately, people do just do things. And it is my opinion that back in the day, actually finding ways to do it safe and healthily were impossible. Some people are of the opinion that any amount of steroids is unhealthy steroid use. If that were the case, TRT and testosterone replacement therapies and HRT would be functionally illegal. I mean, well, let's not talk about trans healthcare just yet. No, because difficult. There are absolutely ways to do it in a measured and comfortable way that can yield good results. But unfortunately, those cases are very few and far between because not everyone knows a doctor who's willing to help them in a maintenance phase. You will never hear me on this channel say, "Oh my god, scallywigs, take steroids," because that is terrible advice. But if you're gonna do these things that have a huge impact on your body over time, my goodness me, spend the same amount of time and energy manufacturing a safe, measured environment for yourself. And that means doing regular health checks, regular blood screenings, anything that you can do to minimize side effects, negative side effects, from any recreational use of anything that you do out there, please. Thank you. The human experience is difficult and complicated. And I think I'm going to leave that there. Biscuit is snoring. He has no interest at all. Do you? My little baby.
Deranged.
Gynecomastia, however, is a frequent side effect we see of people that have used steroids and anabolic steroids particularly, with gay abandon and absolutely no healthcare management involved.
It was not something I should have ever touched. Steroids only made me angrier.
Right. Well, actually, I am going to step in a little bit and say steroids do not make you an angrier person. Steroids, like any kind of sex hormone, is going to exaggerate parts of your personality. If you are already an angry man and you take steroids, the likeliness that steroids will induce roid rage is entirely possible. In fact, probably more than possible, it's probable. But also, just from personal experience, I'm sure anyone out there who's been to a gym that's perhaps a little bit more animalistic, like an animal gym variety, you might very well know the nice, quiet guy who doesn't get angry but is also on steroids. But then again, you could also go to say that someone who is a sane, healthy, well-adjusted adult would not necessarily need to have steroids in their body. It's difficult here today, my lovelies. Again, the human condition, it wants what it wants, and sometimes people don't weigh up the risks.
Due to my steroid abuse, I developed gynecomastia.
Okay, so he doesn't realize it's
abuse. End up with female breast. 4 years
well, it's not
ago,
female breast.
A dear friend of mine.
Your breast,
a
male
doctor,
breast.
And she said, "Come in and take a look at you." I go in, I pay all this money, I come out with this big, huge girdle, and I remember taking it off, and my chest looked 100 times worse.
Oh.
Now the buildup done went from this corner to the whole bottom sides of my chest, whole bottom.
Okay, so he had
For
to
the last
botch
couple
top
years,
surgery.
It wasn't that I could not afford to get the surgery. I didn't want to go down the same road again. And that's where I am today.
Okay, so it's not a cost prohibition thing. That's a lovely house. On the beach, girl.
Come outside.
JC.
I got a pretty wife, so of
Oh,
course I'm gonna
look!
come out. You know, I look at my wife.
She lives in a treehouse.
I have 6 beautiful children. She looks amazing. And if she looks good and feels good, I want to look good and feel good.
Do you know,
so
very
I'm going to
admirable,
go see
yes.
Dr. DeBro in regards to my surgery.
And he's going to give me a brow lift.
And I wanted
She's
to know
got a
your
Lisa
thoughts.
Rinna vibe.
I'm excited.
You know, Lisa Rinna?
For you to make
Lisa
sure
Rinna
that
Eminem.
you are confident with yourself.
I'm not exactly the guy that will go around and ask for help, and I usually will always try to come up with the answer myself.
You know what? Sometimes on my channel, I do tend to come across a little bit misandrous sometimes because a lot of the men that we see in these shows aren't very great examples of men, shall we say. Here we are seeing someone who's clearly had the self-awareness to see that they've made an erroneous path choice in life, shall we say. And he's also admitting what it is like to be a man in this situation. Hard to ask for help, hard to find the right pathway. And this is essentially setting a great example to see on TV, someone saying this, a man in particular, because this might have made other men who aren't famous men come out of the woodwork and say, oh, this is a situation that I'm experiencing. I see my struggle reflected. I'm going to make better choices as well. And you know what? What else can you say? Sometimes reality TV gets it right.
And I usually will always try to come up with the answer myself, and it worked out too well. I never asked you, how did you feel when you knew that I did steroids?
It saddened me. It saddened me because you're very anti-drugs, always have been. And that's a drug. It's a drug.
It's strange, isn't it? It's strange. There is an aspect of like, I won't do illicit substances or alcohol, but you'll then do an injectable black market hormone. You know? What made me see the glaring hypocrisy in this is seeing career bodybuilders come out as anti-vax because they didn't know what was in the jab. And I'm just like, madam.
I'm very insecure of my chest, and it put a real strain on our marriage.
I know that you'll walk so much prouder and so much taller, and that'll make you so much sexier.
Insecurities do
I did such
nibble away,
detrimental
don't
things
they?
to my relationship on steroids, and I need this surgery to leave the past behind me. Thank you.
Okay, do you know what? We shall see. I want to be perfect. I want to be beautiful.
What kind of music do you listen to when you work out?
Right.
You already know that answer.
Hip hop, right?
Yeah. When I work
Britney
out,
Spears, you better
I listen
work,
to
bitch.
Very, very good hip hop.
You better work,
I'll tell you,
bitch.
it has the best fast beat.
The next patient is a famous gangster rapper.
So
I bet you can't do it like meow,
Listens to hip hop music at home.
Oh,
boy.
don't be doing all that.
I'll bet you when
That's
you
too
check
much.
his cassette player in his car, there's an old
cassette.
Carpenter's tape.
A case
Do you have some photos of
Yeah,
him?
we have some photos.
Cassoufflage.
His nipples are low,
Nipple. The
and he's
nipples
got
are nippling.
loose skin on the sides.
Skin is skinny.
He was over resected. He had
Yeah.
too much
So it's
breast
fallen.
tissue removed, so it's fallen.
Ah, I
So
see.
what do
Is
you
that
do with
what
the
the
loose
situation
skin?
is?
You remove it, but are we going to?
He just has loose skin now.
Let's see him and
Interesting.
let's see what he has to say.
So is this
Great day,
like
Dr.
a
Nessa. Dr.
pec
Dubrow
lift?
here is
Guillermo.
Guillermo. His beautiful wife.
Skin
How are you,
lift.
Terry Dubrow?
Guillermo, this is my wife, JC.
Ah, very nice to meet you. Please have a seat.
Ooh, Tabitha takes
so
her
tell
wig
us
off.
a little bit about.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I obviously look like I work out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I did steroids for over 20 years.
What kind of steroid?
Okay, 20 years worth of steroid use. You'd think at the first sign of gynecomastia, he might have been like, okay, what do I need that's going to help with the aromatization of testosterone to estrogen? Perhaps I should take an anti-estrogen factor. No. But no, sometimes the bro science isn't science.
What kind of steroids? Like
Anabolic, yeah.
no, the real thing.
I would love to know
Consider
what
gynecomastia.
kind.
Yeah.
My gynecomastia.
Guillermo
What
formed
kind?
in men
Like, what
one of
did
the
you
most
take?
common.
Was it Tren? Was it propionate? Was it cipionate? Was it Deca? Was it Anavar? Probably not, because Anavar doesn't usually have such extreme side effects. She knows a thing or two. She reads.
Guillermo formed in men one of the most common side effects, which is overdevelopment of breast tissue. The
Yes.
problem is because he continued to use steroids, his breasts grew really big, so that
Yes.
after that
You need
tissue
to
was
act
removed,
faster
his
if
skin
this is
was
happening to
really
you.
loose, which is pretty rare after gynecomastia surgery. Here's the thing. We can tighten your skin.
This might sound a little bit. Oh, that's not very flattering. Oh, I'm a bit angry there. This might sound a little bit intrusive, but I would love to have seen what his chest looked like if the gynecomastia tissue was so big, because 20 years of gynecomastia growth seems so considerable. He must have had like quite a roundness to his pecs then. The medical case continues.
We can tighten your skin. We can remove the skin. We can tighten it. It's pretty straightforward for us.
Right.
But we do have real,
Right.
no baloney concerns about placing scars on
Right.
someone with your type skin on the front of your chest.
Right, right.
For a woman, it's more of a no-brainer. They wear bras. They don't go topless on the beach. You go topless on the beach, don't you? This is someone who has breasts who goes topless on the beach, but we won't get into
Right,
that.
okay, I mean,
We need a little
inappropriate.
exam.
We need to examine you.
Okay.
This is a guy who is used to getting up on stage and ripping off his shirt and feeling great about himself.
Girl.
But he's got a lot of loose skin. So we have to figure out how to remove that loose skin without leaving unsightly scars.
Unsightly scars. This is
Do me a favor. Hands on your hips, flex.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's deflated. Look, look. It's just deflated. We can make an incision around here and one that goes into here and basically do this.
Now, I might sound completely deranged by saying this, but perhaps something like Simon Cowell's chest here would work quite well. I don't know. Maybe I am completely deranged. Pec, hear me out. Pec implants to fill out the chest shape in a more masculine way. Quite often we see like a feminine chest shape being like circle, like this, like a semicircle, very like soft and rounded, whereas a masculine chest shape is a lot more like this. Does that make sense? It's like a trapezoid, and I wonder if maybe a pec implant could have solved this situation. But, you know, it's just me, girls. I'm not a doctor. Imagine me being a plastic surgeon. Hello, girls. Time for a
you have a lot of laxity here, too. Right. He basically needs a breast reduction, which involves putting scars all the way around his areola, up and down, and potentially all the way across his chest.
Yes.
I mean, if you looked like that,
I would be happier.
Yeah, you would be, right? So
Happier.
I'm gonna give you permanent scars, and it's thick, and it's ugly.
I do not care about those scars. If scars is what it will be, then that's what it will be.
If scars is the price to pay,
I'm in.
are you happy with that price?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right, we got surgery, girl. We've got a surgery.
Consequences of the steroid
Show
abuse.
us your ding
But
dong.
we're now taking the right steps to fix something that should have been done right the first time in 2007.
Yes, so it sounds like he had keyhole surgery before and it was too much, or I don't know, too much. What's this?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What can I help you with? You guys have like so many amazing products. We don't have these in England.
No.
OMG. I love LA. It is amazing, you know, to go to places that I know my favorite celebrities have been, you know.
So is there a look that you're trying to achieve?
I like makeup to look very heavy, you know, very dramatic. I don't want it to look too natural. And do these look natural?
They do. They're so natural.
They're probably not good for me then. I love going to nice bars and nice restaurants because that's where you...
She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's not for you? I want to... No!
I love going to nice bars and nice restaurants because that's where you meet all the rich men. You don't meet rich men at nightclubs. You just meet little boys.
It's got to be a fetishy
and
thing,
I'm
right?
all about the rich men.
A
Has
sugar
anyone ever told you
baby
you look like Kourtney Kardashian?
Nope, you're the first.
You do, literally. When I saw you walk over, I was like, oh my God, Kourtney's walking towards me.
Okay,
That's a nice compliment. Thank
I was gonna
service
get my
attitude.
camera out ready. That's what I want at the end of the day. You know, I love walking around and I love people nudging their friend and they'll be like, oh my God, look at that guy, look at that guy, look.
So, attention as well. There is something to be said. This style, I don't know what we call this style. This is just like filler doll, isn't it? Boys who want to be filler dolls. I see it quite a lot nowadays. I swear every time I open Instagram, there is like a new filler doll I've never seen before that is somehow like followed by thousands and thousands of people, interviewed by magazines, on television all the time. The beauty industry sometimes has a lot to answer for, should we say.
Nudging their friend and they'll be like, oh my God, look at that guy, look at that guy, look.
It's quite a dramatic look,
I just
isn't
love
it?
that.
So what products do you use to get your lips plumped and beautiful?
Oh, I've had so much filler in my lips. Honestly, I get through like a tin of Vaseline a week.
To keep them hydrated?
Yeah,
What
they
are
get
the
so
sort of,
dry.
like, it's clear that he's after a man with this look, but what are the sort of men that he wants? I don't know, interesting. He hasn't explained a type, so...
Keep them hydrated?
Yeah, they get so dry.
I just can't...
But do you guys do like plumping products, you know, to make them even bigger? Oh, yeah, show me some of those.
Okay, let me see.
The bigger the better. Guys love my lips sexually, for obvious reasons. I can feel it like tingling away. Feels so good.
Goodness.
I can feel my lips like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I couldn't live without my lips. That's just not something that I want to think about.
Do you want me to do it or would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, make me beautiful. I need to see the doctors, you know, because obviously when filler's leaking out of your lip, yeah, it can be quite scary. We need a selfie right before I go because literally you look exactly like Kourtney Kardashian. Right.
Like, it's such a shame because it seems like this person is actually quite nice and lovely and very, like, welcoming and friendly, but they have a potential manslaughter charge for unsafe healthcare practices. So, allegedly, what are we meant to do? Allegedly. It's boobly bobbly-ish. Jana's
feeling, by the way?
surgery day.
I'm doing all right.
Oh,
Anxious?
so we haven't seen
Anxious,
Jordan
very
go in for his
Anxious
consultation
to get
yet?
it done with, or
anxious
Do it for, like, I don't know. Today's my
little
surgery, and no more
transsexual
ruptured testicles or whatever my grandma calls it.
Shall we see Ding Dong go?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
No.
I'm excited to find out what's going on in there.
Right.
Me too.
Let's
What
find
I'm most
out.
excited
Is it a
about with
breast or a
surgery
butt?
is
We just don't know.
New life ahead of me. The junk is coming out of the trunk.
Although slightly amusing, this case is a big mystery.
What does she think is in there?
She thinks they're breast implants. They sure feel like breast implants, but who puts breast
Who would put a breast
implants?
implant in a butt?
Oh my
That's
goodness
almost too bizarre to believe.
This could be one of the easier cases, one of the harder cases. I just have no idea. The first
got no
step in
idea,
Jana's
go.
surgery will be
Oh,
to
they've even
remove
put the
her
tattoo
implants
on
through
her,
a
lovely.
small incision in her buttock cleft, then close out the pocket. Next, we'll do a butt lift, removing her tattoo in the process. All right,
would
so
that
let's
not
make
be
an
tight
incision
every
and find
time
out
you
what
bend
these
over?
things
Would that
are.
scar not be
I
like,
feel like there
no?
should be a drum roll.
There's a lot of icky fluid in there. Uh-oh.
what is it?
I don't like it. We don't know whether Jana's implants are ruptured or not. She's been sitting on them for a long time. If they are ruptured, it's going to be a big mess.
Well, this is
Look
the
at that.
problem,
Oh my
isn't
God.
it? Because they're not
Is that
designed.
freaky or what?
God, what is it? No, coming up, piss.
Look at that.
Oh my
Jana's
God.
surgery day.
Is that freaky or what? It looks like the bottom of the ocean floor.
Oh
What?
my God. So what is that?
That is a reactionary fluid to the breast implant. The body knows there's something wrong and is forming an inflammatory reaction with a lot of fluid and irritation and so on.
No, the bottom of the ocean is in
Yep.
Breast implants in the butt.
the birth of Christ.
Where, Rachel?
God.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I've seen a lot of strange things in my time as a plastic surgeon. This is one of the strangest. Wow, how many times have you seen a breast implant being pulled out of someone's butt?
Do you know, I've watched a lot of plastic surgery shows in the last few years, especially with this Chanel. I've also read a lot of people's plastic surgery experiences as I have shopped around for my plastic surgery. Never have I ever, Biscuit, ever heard of breast implants in the butt. Aside from the long list of complications you can feel, the thin silicone membrane of breast implant tissue is not designed to be squished, stretched, and sat on for years. It's just not. That doctor in Tijuana, if they were in fact a doctor, no.
Wow.
I can't believe someone did that.
Wild.
Scary.
That's also
When I
it's also
took the
big.
breast implants out, you could see how deformed they were.
Yes,
they were
they-
not
yes.
designed to be placed in a butt and have people sit on them all day long.
What did I
These
just say?
would have
What did
ruptured
Mummy just tell you?
So let's start the lifting procedure. To remove this entire tattoo, we
Oh
have
my
to pull
goodness.
the top of the tattoo
That is a lot of skin being removed, probably about this much across the base of her back.
down to the bottom of the buttock. This is actually very complicated because the most important factor is buttock lift. The second most important factor is scar location, right? I think the tattoo, if we have to leave some of it, we do. That should be a tertiary decision. My goal in doing the buttock
Yes,
lift,
the tattoo
besides
is the least
lifting her
important,
buttock up, was to
strangely.
remove the tattoo. I removed the entirety of her back tattoo and almost all of the tattoo on her butt. I've never taken so much skin from a buttock before. We've lifted up both sides of the buttock. We've got a really good lift going.
Yeah.
Her buttock is nice and high and tight, and we did everything humanly possible to give her a good-looking buttock.
I'm obviously going to have to blur this for YouTube, but that is quite possibly one of the biggest scar lines I have ever seen. She has got a long healing road ahead of her, and I hope that it yields the results that she wants, because that is a big undertaking. And they also couldn't get rid of all of her tattoo.
Definitely lifted.
I hope she likes it. I hope Grandma likes it.
Goodness me, girly wig. Okay, right. Oh, time to meet an insane English person.
Our next patient's name is Jordan. He's from Manchester. Nice English.
Manchester, England. Do we have any pictures of him?
Let's take a look.
Manchester, England?
Oh! He looks like he's fake.
I want to figure out what's gone on in his mind. Why is he going down this direction? Maybe we can help him.
I guess we will learn today.
Very happy to introduce you to Jordan.
Hey, doctors.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Please have a seat. Look at that.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, is that a Birkin?
No, look at that.
Had to bring the Birkin to LA.
Wow. That's like $15,000,
Yeah,
isn't it?
they are quite expensive, yeah.
That's a nice bag. I've looked into buying one of those bags for my wife, and there's a waiting list at Hermes that's about a mile long. You essentially can't get one. So we're pretty wowed by it. So the things that you've had done cosmetically,
Am I in the minority here? But I simply do not care about handbags.
Naughty mummy.
Camera releases, however.
things that you've had done cosmetically, you've had them all done in England, yeah?
In England, yeah. First time in America. I've never been here before.
Really? Oh, right. What have you had?
Botox, fillers, chin filler, filler in my face, filler here. My face is so full of filler.
We're looking at your lips, and they're quite large.
Can't say they're natural. I normally get about 4 mil in the top and 2 mil in the bottom.
4 in the top.
That is wild to me because I think I have probably a bit less now, but I think I've had 3 mil in total in my lips in the last 3 years. That's wild.
I normally put half a milliliter in the top in the typical pitch.
I just say to them, you know, keep going, and they'll say, Jordan, you know, we're stretching, your lips will explode. And I'm just like, just get it in.
Just force it.
Just force it in. You know, I really hope that the doctors can fix my lips and they would help me. I do have times when I woke up in the morning and filler's been leaking out of my lip. Now that's scary.
You know that this can cause a horrible infection. You're asking for a horrible complication.
Do you find your lips are very dry now that so much of it is exposed?
Extremely dry.
Jordan actually has a significant complication called cheilitis, which is a really dry lip syndrome that requires him to put Vaseline on his lips every 10 minutes or so. I think it's a big red flag on the front of his face. What look are you sort of going for with your face?
But there's not a particular look. I'm not trying to look like anyone. I just love getting treatments done, and I want my nose done.
Okay, so the whole I want to be Kim Kardashian thing is clearly like a media strategy to get attention then, right? That makes sense. As I always say, the people that are like, I really want to be Madam Boppity from the Real Housewives of Bippity Boppity Boo. They never look like them. These celebrity impersonators, they never look like them.
I want my nose done.
Are you looking for a more natural look?
Some of us love looking fake, and some people love looking natural. Do you know what I mean?
Like
let the natural people be
teetering
natural,
the edge.
and let the fake
Could be
people be
natural,
fake.
could be a bit
looking
plastic.
fake. You just walk into the room and people want to know you, and you just like pop. I love attention.
So you want to have a nose that kind of matches your lips.
Do people want to know you for the right reason or for the wrong reason?
Well, let's move on with that. Anyway, because we're not going to do that, obviously. If anything, I would love to try to convince you to let your lips get smaller.
And I'm just addicted. I am addicted to getting my lips done.
I think it's time for us to go to the exam room. Let's examine you.
Okay, great.
God, here we go.
Jordan
Are you ready?
is one of those category
The dangers of lip
patients
filler.
that we really
the downfall of the lip filler king.
which is someone who wants to have a very unnatural look. However, we need to go ahead and examine him in case he does have any serious problems with his lips that we can do anything to fix.
Can we feel your lips?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Of course.
Would you mind?
Don't squeeze too hard.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt, but filler might come out of the side because
boy.
it does sometimes happen.
Does that happen?
A little bit, right?
Now, they're very red.
Yeah, look,
Are they always this red? Because you have some hyperemia, we call it, which is like a vascular blush, which when they're getting a little irritated, blood vessels overgrow. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, have you noticed that it has like a bluish, reddish discoloration? Your lips are maybe not as happy as you might think they are. Where's the mirror? I want to show him something. Look at these little blistery looking things.
Yeah, I
Do you
get
see them?
those sometimes.
You do get those.
And I didn't really know what they were.
Have you ever had hyaluronidase injected in there to make them go down?
Well, I want them bigger, not smaller.
It's all fun and games until your lips fall off, and then you've got a major irreversible problem.
We know you like doing this.
Sorry, I'm so gagged. You really can't see it here because the quality of this recording is so pixelated, shall we say. But there's like a stripe of blistered, like really upset skin. And it reminds me of that. Is it subatomic dermatitis? Sub something dermatitis? It reminds me of this. That does not look comfortable. That looks itchy and upset.
It's all fun and games until your lips fall off, and then you've got a major irreversible problem.
Yeah.
We know you like doing this, and you're probably not going to stop.
And the answer is he didn't stop.
But if something does happen, remember, we don't condone this. We don't like this, but we're here for you if something happens.
Okay.
It's hard having patients like Jordan.
That's so
because
British.
no matter what
No, thank you. Yeah,
keep
ignore.
on doing it. However, it's worth a shot. I think I could convince him to stay away from his nose, because if he keeps on going, he's going to destroy himself.
Tell us again the look you're looking for with your nose.
So smaller, more feminine looking, pinched.
Pinched.
Yeah.
So a little bit gender
Now
non-conforming.
that's a red flag, because pinched for us is another word for overdone.
I'm going to show you something.
Gagged. Pinched.
Okay, that's a pinched look. So you like that look?
Oh, I can't breathe.
How do you like that? Now imagine, open your mouth all the time breathing, and with those big lips, just imagine how dry your lips will get.
They're so dry.
Okay, come on. Okay, now, can you breathe like that?
I guess this is quite an
Don't
intervention.
get panic attack. But how do you like that?
No, my lips are really dry.
Oh, I don't
His
know about
dry
this.
lip problem is going to be aggravated exponentially, and he'll basically turn into a lip cripple.
I just ruined your breathing, didn't I?
I mean,
Yeah.
What do you think
strong
about
wording
that?
there.
I don't want the pinched look.
Yeah.
I don't want that look.
I do wonder if maybe he didn't actually want a nose job and has come in onto this show for, like, media attention rather than anything else, because he's not going to get anything done, doesn't want anything to be smaller. Although it's not, you know, my chosen pathway, it does seem to be a key to getting media attention is to have an extreme look that is over-exaggerated and to keep on over-exaggerating in the pursuit of the media attention. We see it multiple times with lots of different, media personalities, if you like.
I don't want that look.
I'll make you botched if we did that to you.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's not do that.
No.
No.
Aggressive.
I am a little bit upset that they won't do my nose, but you know, the doctors know that if they do take me to the extreme where I want to go with my nose, they know that I will end up botched.
Here, make the lips, Paul.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know about all that. Oh, I don't know about all that, girly wings. Right, okay. The last wig.
We're here to see Dr. DeBro.
Right. Man boobs.
After a very
Such a
short night of sleeping,
unsettling
I
turn
am
of phrase, isn't
feeling
it?
a little
Man
anxious, but definitely excited.
Okay.
If only person eyes I catch is my wife, I'm happy.
There you go.
Big Kaz.
That seems very sweet.
You haven't taken any steroids recently at all, right? For sure, right?
Last time I took any steroids was like a year and 2 months.
All right, put it there.
A year and 2 months
Let's do this
ago.
thing,
That's
okay?
not
Okay,
that
good.
long in the
With
grand
Guillermo's
scheme of
chest,
life, is
I'm
it?
going to try to
now?
find a way to use a much less significant incision in order
Maybe
to
that's
minimize
why he
the
couldn't have
scarring.
surgery
So I'm
beforehand.
going to see if I can pull something out of my hat
Time
today.
away from them.
For Guillermo's surgery, I will
Right.
carefully cut away the excess skin, restoring
Oh,
his
so
chest
this
to
is-
perfection. The trick is to do it so that the scarring is minimal.
Yes. And to keep
Okay, so the first
a
thing
male-presenting chest.
we're going to do is staple them up and see what we've
Male-presenting
got.
nipples.
If I can find a way not to make an incision on the inside of his chest, that would be a nice surprise. I'm stapling Guillermo's chest to simulate what the scar will look like just going off to the side rather than all the way across his chest. And it looks like it's going to work. Let's hit him up.
So it's
That
almost like tracing.
might work.
Trace your outline before you start, girly wigs.
An incision for sure.
Suddenly I realize I won't need to have a scar on the inside of his chest. I am beyond thrilled.
Okay.
Curving like that.
Not that good. Not that happy. Why don't we cut it?
All right.
Let's cut this. So now we're going to start removing skin, and then we'll staple it up to see how we're doing.
Yes.
Now let's cut around here.
Oh, sliced and diced.
It's alive.
Oh, God,
My
I forget
challenge
how
is
sharp
taking
scalpels
breast
are.
tissue
My
down to
goodness
the
me. It's literally
breast
like
size.
butter.
And I just start making strategic excisions of breast tissue. And suddenly I realize I'm there. We're good here, I think. So, should we sit him up and do the final check?
Is that good?
Let's do that.
This seems like a very, like, minimally invasive surgery, actually. Oh, he's had to do the thing where they lean up
I've
and
got a
check
good
the breasts.
contour, and I don't have any scars
Check the
across his
pecs even.
chest. I'm beyond thrilled.
Yes.
We nailed this. If
Okay,
Guillermo's not
potentially
happy
a
with
very
this,
good result.
He's not going to be happy with anything.
Hopefully his
This
scarring is
result.
good. It's all good. nice outcome. Right, here we go.
All
Oh,
right,
God.
so we are finally here.
I cannot imagine.
Oh, I'm in so much pain.
Yeah, the level
it's
of
been 12
pain you
hours
must
since
feel
my
from
surgery,
having
and
all
yes, I'm in a lot of pain. But no pain, no gain.
You look good for someone who had, what, 6 hours of surgery?
I've been taking the painkillers and they've been helping.
Which part
Most
of your
patients would have major complaints.
Stinky poo poo wee wee bot bot.
It's a huge operation with a very significant and painful recovery. I think Jana's doing really well at this point.
I thought you were going to
So
say
have you
Janice.
drained these drains?
No, we haven't done it yet.
Not bleeding very much.
Is that bad that they don't bleed a lot?
Good.
Minimal bleeding.
Does it hurt?
Dear.
Yeah, we just touch it. Not no more.
We'll go slowly, okay?
What I'm hoping to see today is a regular booty. Hope it's not a pancake booty.
Look at this cute little buttock.
Wow, looks really good.
Yes.
I mean, you know, it looks post-op, okay? So, what do you think?
I like that there's no tattoo. That's what I'm looking at.
Do you believe this? This tattoo was there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I had a great surgery. It was smooth. I didn't wake up during surgery. Hopefully my family won't have anything to make fun of me for anymore.
Interesting, but we could still see
But
part of
you
the
have to
tattoo.
heal.
Interesting that that's not been
buttock lift
addressed.
operations are under a lot of tension. There is a 23% chance, in general, that they pop open and you drain fluid. And
Okay,
sometimes
that's
if they
quite big. A quarter.
pop open, get infected, you
quarter
can
of
have an
cases?
open wound for months.
1 in
I
4?
put 150 suspension sutures in Jana to prevent that from happening. This operation was both a pain in Jana's butt and honestly a pain in my butt too.
She's a comedy
Watch her
queen.
I just give you a hug.
Yes.
I really, really like a dad to me. I really
Don't pop
appreciate
your
you
purse.
taking care of me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Everyone, like, I feel so comfortable.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You're so welcome.
Don't speak ill of the surged.
It's what she would have wanted.
Right, girly wigs. Let's have a look at the aftermath.
I am 1 week out of surgery.
Girly wigs.
And I'm meeting with the magnificent Dr. Dubrow.
Right. How
I
did
am
it go?
looking forward to showing him
In a
his
comfy
work.
hoodie. I quite
Because
agree.
I do see a change.
Guillermo,
My man.
how are you?
I'm good, brother.
It's good to see you.
Same here.
So, have you looked?
I have.
Does it look weird?
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Told you it
little
would at the
compression
beginning,
top.
right?
It does.
So let's see what it looks
Dear.
like.
Undoing his bra.
Oh, you dig this.
Yeah, this is a little.
You dig this, right?
Looks good.
The future for Guillermo Elan is a lot of shirtless days on the beach. You went
see?
beyond the Call of Duty.
No, thank you.
And a bigger
Call of
smile.
Duty, oh my God.
That I don't need to cheat. Keep this on.
Keep it on, particularly now you're going to be active. So just chill, okay?
Oh, I want to see. Shame on me.
Thank you, guys.
No? Okay. I have noticed they don't tend to show, like, celebrity results. Which is interesting. Because if he shows
My
us something
wife's
in a
at
top,
work,
I'm going to be like...
and I'm going to surprise her with a very romantic motorcycle ride. But before we hit the road, I have a surprise for her. I
Oh, not the
can't wait
hanky
to let
code.
her see my
What does
chest.
blue mean in hanky code? Lizarding!
JC has not seen my chest since the surgery.
Really? 6 weeks?
I
Oh, I
haven't
like
let
her
her clean
heels.
my wounds. I've been cleaning them myself until I knew I was sure that my chest looked the way it should look.
Hi, Mr. Elon.
Want to show you a little
This is
something.
interesting. Oh!
Incredible.
A flasher! Okay, great result.
Incredible.
Great
Before
result.
the surgery, I had man boobs, and my chest looked deformed.
That's a
and now
really
it
good
looks the way
result.
it should look, like a man's chest.
It looks exactly how he wants it to look.
That is good.
The scarring
This is very
is
intimate and a bit
almost
strange,
invisible.
though.
I'm
Whoever
really glad
directed
that
this
he
segment
had this surgery.
and was like, dress up as a biker and reveal yourself.
Good. I feel good.
It feels amazing to finally be able to wrap my arms around my husband and not worry about where my hands are.
Okay, that's good. Because, yeah.
This is the first time that I've
You just leave
let
the garage
JC touch
open?
me in a
Just leave
long
the garage
time.
open? Let anyone
And it
in.
feels good.
Take what you want. See you all later. What an interesting bicycle.
My family is
Like
my
a
life.
UFO.
And there's no looking back. There's not even a doubt in my head that I would ever go back to steroids.
Good. Well, good, actually, yes. Right, here we are at the Hacienda. Champagne
The road to
on the
recovery
veranda.
for me was a bit of a roller coaster. My old implants traumatized me and kind of gave me doubts about doctors. But after the surgery, slowly but surely, I can
Surge
see
puss,
my butt coming back. And it's kind of weird because I forgot what a normal butt looked like.
Okay.
My family has been very supportive, and my friends and my family are going to see a new side of me. Today,
Okay.
my backside. And actually, I don't have any problem showing it off.
Right. What?
At least you know I have traits.
Oh, the scar was very big, but I hope that
I feel sexy. I feel
It sounds
beautiful.
like she's
I feel
happy.
like I can go out and show people what I have without having to second guess myself.
That sounds good.
So nice.
That's what we like to
Thank you,
hear.
honey. So you like it, huh?
I love it.
Can't make fun of me anymore? No more egg booty?
No.
Egg booty. Egg.
Before, I have
Right.
squishy buns. My old butt needed a bra. And now I have a cute little tight
Actually,
cushy.
oh,
There's
they're
no
never going to show us
tattoos,
the
there's
scar.
no
Oh, a little bit of
implants,
scarring.
and
Okay, the
I
scar
am
is not
glad-
as... The scar... I'm going to try and show it. The scar is not as dramatic as it looked earlier.
And
It almost
I am
resembles
glad
like a
to be
stretch
rid of all
mark
that
more
junk
than a
in
scar.
my trunk.
Which is a good thing, right? That's what we want to see.
What do you You're glowing.
A
Jana looks
lovely
amazing.
silhouette.
I cannot believe it. She's glowing. That's how happy she looks.
I feel amazing.
Well,
amazing.
you look
I mean,
great.
that's
Oh,
the best
good.
thing.
Well, I'm glad that she's happy with it, because that's all that matters, isn't it, girly wig?
Grandma, how does it look? Having my new butt has enabled me to do more than I have ever. And that's run and do what I love to do.
I want to thank Dr. DeBro. And what's the other one? I only know him by monk.
Cheers to DeBro. Today, I'm definitely in a better place in my life. And now I can drop it like it's hot, because it is hot. I love you, Grandma.
All right, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've got some thoughts. Well, my lovelies, I didn't expect to be talking about alleged manslaughter charges today, but you know what? This channel and my work here on this Chanel does take us into some very interesting territories, doesn't it? Aside from that, I actually think, with regards to Guillermo's surgery, I quite like the idea of men coming on reality TV and talking about their lived experiences, because the more that we allow space for men to speak, the better those men might become at speaking. Does that make sense? Because a lot of the examples we see of men on these shows are not the most well-rounded, enjoyable experiences, shall we say. That's not me speaking, that's speaking from experience in the room of the kind of content and the kind of personalities that reality TV love to showcase to the world are not usually the most well-rounded people. Let's just leave it at that. Well, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's episode of Botched Girly Wigs, because I've been on a journey. And with that, my loves, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. Today's Luxeria Labs subscriber shout out goes to Eva. Thank you so much for subscribing to my second channel here on YouTube, Luxeria Labs, which is my travel and tech channel. And photography. If you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next videos, Luxeria Labs subscriber shout out, make sure you subscribe to that channel. It is linked in the comments below. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Jojo, Orkos Emoji, Ariadia X, Becky Johnson, Cameron Pittman, Shell Herman, ContraPoints, Finch Dunham, James A. Zengirl, Jenny Wood, Leanne Jones, Lenore, Les Banana, Mo Sherman, Morgan Lethay, Miss Kiss, Paula Rivera, Radhika Madala, Samael, Skydorim, Stephutek, and TNS Mum. And you know what, my loves? I think I'm gonna leave it on the note of, if you want an extreme look, and you're going to take it beyond the realm of what doctors and others might consider acceptable, please make sure you're doing it safely. Please. Please, 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 please. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.